Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day: a group of lost hikers found safe, plus another rally for Doug Harless, and a look at what's going on in the Capitol. We've got Sam Ryan in the Weather Center, and of course, we've got Michael Watkins coming up with your sports report. That is all here today, Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, a group of lost hikers was successfully rescued in Menifee County on Monday evening. That's according to the Wolfe County Search and Rescue, the WCSR. The WCSR received a distress call from that group shortly before 5 p.m., reporting they were lost along the Osborne Bend Trail. One male hiker was also experiencing a medical issue and was unable to walk the 2-mile distance back to safety, even with provided directions. 2 WSCR members who reside in Menifee County were dispatched and accessed the group via a logging road off Cooper's Ridge Road. The hikers and injured individuals received medical treatment from the Menifee County EMS by 6:20 p.m. They have all been found and returned to safety. Good news on that story. Well, another rally was held in London, coinciding with the city council meeting to demand answers regarding the December shooting death of Doug Harless by London police. Approximately a dozen protesters gathered, chanting and holding signs as council members entered that meeting. The rally focused on the circumstances surrounding Harless's death, which occurred when police executed a search warrant for lawn equipment at what neighbors say was the wrong address. Witnesses claim the officers fired shots upon entering the home, killing Harless. Angie Martin, Harless's sister, told our media partner, LEX18, about the frustration at the lack of information provided by authorities, stating that they have been mocked and ridiculed in their pursuit for justice. She called for public acknowledgement of the incident and transparency regarding changes to prevent similar circumstances. Protesters wore bunny ears as a tribute to Harless, who raised rabbits as a child, and to demonstrate that protests can be peaceful and respectful. Protesters demanded answers from London City Chief of Police Jerry Holland, Mayor Randall Weddle, and all involved in the investigations. Martin expressed gratitude for the community's support, stating that the rally was for both her brother and the community's desire for change. The city council meeting did not address the Harless investigation. Harless's family and supporters have vowed to continue their protests until they receive answers. Well, a historic monument could be returning to the state capitol grounds. A monument which depicts the Ten Commandments was removed from the site in the 1980s during a renovation process. It would not return, however, due to a Supreme Court case regarding its replacement. Now, a state representative wants to see it return to the campus. With more details on this, Charles Baglin reports from Frankfort.
A memorial depicting the Ten Commandments could be returning to the state capitol. In 1971, the Fraternal Order of Eagles donated a 4-foot by 6-foot granite monument to the Commonwealth, where it stood until the 1980s. But due to a construction project, it was removed, and its return was mired in Supreme Court cases relating to church and state. Today, House Joint Resolution 15 would return it to the state capitol. Sponsor of the measure, Representative Shane Baker, speaks before the Senate Committee on State and Local Government.
The Supreme Court has cleared up the legal issues and made history and tradition the standard. Returning the monument to the Capitol grounds is historic restoration and acknowledges the history and tradition of the Commonwealth and our nation.
Queries arose, however, about fair practices with other religions. Representative Jason Petrie.
We received some of the same questions or issues in the House, and now we're looking at historical practices and historical understandings of things as opposed to religious.
As the Capitol is undergoing a historic restoration project itself, the monument would be placed in Monument Park on the Capitol grounds. The area already includes memorials to the Kentucky coffee tree, organ donors, and Kentucky COVID. House Joint Resolution 15 did pass the committee hearing. It now moves to the Senate floor. Reporting at the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Charles Baglin.
Thanks, Charles, for that report. Well, elevated fire danger is expected across Kentucky this afternoon and into the evening due to low humidity and increasing winds. That's according to the National Weather Service. Afternoon relative humidity is forecast to drop, with winds from the southwest intensifying to 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts 15 to 20 miles per hour. Stronger winds are possible over and west of the Daniel Boone National Forest and near the north of the I-64. The combination of these conditions, along with recent dry weather, creates a heightened risk for wildfires from midday through this evening. Residents are urged to exercise extreme caution with any potential ignition sources, avoid outdoor burning, refrain from burning leaves, brush, or other debris during this period of high danger. Dispose of cigarettes properly, ensure cigarettes are fully extinguished and disposed of in appropriate containers. Be cautious with equipment, avoid using equipment that can generate sparks near vegetation, maintain a defensible space, clear brush and debris around homes and structures, and have a water source readily available. If you must burn, keep that water source very close by with a fire extinguisher nearby. Report wildfires immediately. If you see smoke or a wildfire, make sure that you call 911. Well, the Fayette County Coroner's Office has identified the person who died as a result of a shooting in Lexington Monday. According to officials, police were dispatched to the 3400 block of River Park Drive around 12:45 p.m. in response to a reported shooting with the victim. At the scene, officers found a man, 19-year-old Darius Gaston Garner, with reported life-threatening injuries. Officials say Gaston Garner was taken to an area hospital where he later died. Police at this time have not released any suspect information. The case is being investigated as a homicide. If you have any information regarding the crime, you are asked to contact the Lexington Police Department, 859-258-3600. You can also always submit an anonymous tip to the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. That phone number, 859-253-2020. That we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. What a day we have here in the Bluegrass. We've got Sam in the Weather Center hoping for many more days like this.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
What a beautiful day we have in the Bluegrass, those nice warm temperatures and all that sunshine out there. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to give us a look at the forecast. How long is this sun sticking around?
Hi, thanks, Grenolyn. And what a terrific Tuesday it has been. We're going to have more warm weather on the way here for a wonderful Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine, similar to what we already saw, kind of a carbon copy, paste, and repeat. We're going to see temps back up into the 70s again for the afternoon. So just looking at the almanac here in Richmond, our record high is 77. And notice we're not too far away from that. So we might even be able to sort of approach it a little bit. I don't know if we're going to be able to break it. It'd be nice. It was set back in 1911. Average high is 55 degrees. So again, blowing that out of the water with a mild Wednesday in store for us. There is a small little disturbance moving in Thursday. I can't rule out an isolated shower. Now, most of that should be staying off to our west, but if we happen to see an isolated drip out here Thursday afternoon, that's certainly possible. Much bigger system, though, is going to come barreling in on Saturday, and this is going to drive in some strong wind. Could have wind gusts over 40 miles per hour on Saturday, and 2 rounds of storms are going to be possible, both in the morning and again in the afternoon. So plan on a wet, windy Saturday with the potential of even seeing some severe weather. So right now here we're looking at 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And notice we just have warm air in place. This is the small disturbance moving in on Thursday, in and out of here. A much larger system, all this activity out to the west, going to form an area of low pressure on the lee side of the Rockies starting Thursday and track over us Saturday. So that's what we'll be watching. In the meantime, we'll be hanging out upper 40s to around 50 for morning lows. Daytime high, how about Irvin? 77 degrees. Well, that would end up breaking the record here in Richmond, or tying the record. Lancaster at 73 and Lexington at 74. There's that slight risk already issued by the National Weather Service or the Storm Prediction Center for severe weather possible all modes on Saturday, both morning and evening. Wrapping things up Sunday morning, still breezy Sunday as the temperatures plummet. We cool off through Monday, but then warm back up.
Well, Sam, that looks like a pretty good forecast there. Of course, you can check that out anytime on our website, WBONTV.com. You can also check that out on our Facebook page. Well, 4 people in Lexington were displaced following a fire earlier this Tuesday. According to officials, emergency crews were dispatched in response to a reported structure fire on Erie Road at around 5 a.m. At the scene, firefighters were able to quickly contain and extinguish the blaze inside the kitchen of that home. Officials say that no one was reported injured. An investigation into the origin and cause of the fire is being conducted. One person has been killed following a shooting that occurred overnight in Lexington. According to officials, police were dispatched to Ohio Street near the East 5th Street intersection just after midnight Tuesday. In response to reported gunshots at the scene, they found a victim who had been shot. Officials say the victim, whose identity has not yet been released, was declared dead at the scene by the Fayette County Coroner's Office. Police say they do not have a suspect at this time and that the investigation is ongoing. Reportedly, this is the 3rd deadly shooting in Lexington over the past week. Police are asking citizens to check their security footage and contact law enforcement if they find any information that can assist in their investigation. A joint statement from Mayor Linda Gordon and Police Chief Lawrence Weather was released addressing the number of recent shootings. First, we want the community to know that our police department is fully committed to investigating and solving these crimes. Our police department, the One Lexington team, and community partners need the full support of our entire community. Lexington Police need your assistance and tips to help solve these crimes. Our community needs your leadership and involvement to help us stop the violence. As we join together to pray for the families and friends of these young people, remember the importance of working together. It will take a village, to save our young people, and we will need our village more now than ever. Well, 2 people were arrested in Lexington Monday on multiple animal cruelty charges back in January. According to the Lexington Animal Care and Control, 10 dogs and 4 puppies were left in cramped and unsanitary conditions inside a hotel room. Each of the dogs reportedly tested positive for fecal float or hookworms and or whipworms, while their coats, greasy, filthy, stained from urine with fecal matter caked around their nails and paws. Several of the dogs were also suffering from urine scalding, mild to moderate ear infections. The Lexington Fayette Animal County Control reportedly had to start over half of them on antibiotics to fight skin infections. The 2 individuals arrested were charged with 14 counts, the local ordinance for cruelty to animal. Their identities have not been released. Some of these dogs, according to the Lexington Fayette Animal Control Center, are up for adoption. If you are interested, you're asked to please contact the Lexington Humane Society. If you suspect that animal abuse is occurring, you are asked to contact the Animal Control Center. That phone number, 859-255-9033. Lexington police have identified a 3rd suspect in connection to the fatal January shooting of Delvon Elliott. According to officials, 22-year-old Jeffrey Ollie is now wanted on warrants for complicity in murder and tampering with physical evidence. Previously, 22-year-old Darian Salafold and 21-year-old Brooklyn Trigg were charged in connection to the shooting. Police say Ollie should be considered armed and dangerous. If you happen to see him, officials ask that you immediately contact the police. Also, if you have any information regarding the investigation, you're asked to contact the Lexington Police, 859-258-3600. You can always submit an anonymous tips to Bluegrass Crime Stoppers, 859-253-2020. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Michael Watkins coming up next with your local sports report.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hickson Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit HonestDealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 news team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV 9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
It's a big night for EKU women's basketball team as they enter the ASUN Conference semifinals. In today's Mammoth Bar and Girls Sports Report, Michael Watkins looks ahead to the matchup and takes a peek back at the EKU Football Pro Day from yesterday.
Hey everyone, glad to be with you here on this Tuesday edition of the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. The Eastern Kentucky University women's basketball team will face the #1 seed Florida Gulf Coast in the 2025 ASUN Conference Tournament tonight at 6:30 down in Florida in a game that can be heard on our sister station Y92.5 WEKY. For the first time since 2016-2017, EKU is playing in back-to-back conference tournament semis. With a win over Florida Gulf Coast tonight, Eastern would advance to the ASUN championship game for the first time as a member of the league and face the winner of the #2 seed Central Arkansas versus #3 seed Lipscomb game. A loss would bounce the Colonels out of the event and await results from around the country for any national postseason tournament invitations. Florida Gulf Coast comes into the game tonight on a 21-game win streak and captured its 9th straight ASUN regular season championship, finishing the conference slate with a perfect 18-0 record. The Eagles are led by ASUN Coach of the Year Chelsea Lyles and ASUN Player of the Year Imani Jefferson, who averages 14.1 and 5.7 rebounds per game, and their team won both of its meetings over Eastern in the regular season. However, the Colonels nearly upset the Eagles on February 8th in Richmond, where Eastern won 3 of the 4 quarters, but ultimately fell short by a score of 65-63. Tuesday's game is the 6th meeting between EKU and Florida Gulf Coast since 2007. The Eagles lead the series 5-1 over the Colonels and are 5-0 when meeting as conference members. Last night on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Samantha Burford was joined by the Madison Central girls basketball team following their incredible run to the 11th Region Championship game. And Coach Scott True talked about the season and what this group of 5 seniors has meant to the program.
There's so many things you could say about the season and what we accomplished. And just really proud of the team and all the things that went through that. Every coach talks about at the beginning of the year, where do you think you'll be? Nobody thinks they're going to be 28-3, and we got there. And a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of time and effort from these young ladies and their teammates. And it just really, to watch it all unfold, it's one of those things, and I told them after, you're sad that it's over, but eventually you're going to be really glad that it happened, and I think that'll be true for a long time to come. We're in a district that doesn't seed, the only one left that doesn't seed, and of course we blind draw, and we drew Southern first. We knew what that was going to be about in that rivalry. Handled that pretty well. I thought we played really well that night. Obviously beat Berea in the district finals to get 3 district championships in a row. And you roll the regional tournament, you never know what's going to happen. We played Great Crossings, who had played us pretty tough early in the year. And, last year we beat on the last second shot. So we knew that one would be hard, got that one at home and got that one. And then, Lafayette, who we played awfully well against early in the year, came out, did some really good things early, tough matchup for us. And we did what we needed to do to win the game. And I told them, a year ago we probably would have lost that one. And we didn't. This group really held us together and kept us through that. And, of course, then you get in the finals. And it's a tough night for us in the finals. They played awfully well. We didn't play our best. They had a lot to do with that. They're really good, and they've got a chance this week. Again, when you look at your schedule and you're done, and the only teams you've lost to are playing in Rupp Arena, it's been a pretty good year.
Yesterday, 17 NFL scouts made their way to Richmond to check out the 11 players on display during EKU's Pro Day on campus. Defensive lineman Darian Baker and Marvion Fields, O-lineman Vincent Munlin, Kyler Edwards, and Peyton Collins, long snapper Jonathan Duff, kicker Patrick Nations, running back Joshua Carter, defensive back Mike Smith Jr., and quarterback Matt Morrissey all met with the scouts and competed in the same drills that were done at the NFL Scouting Combine last month. The NFL Draft will take place from April 24th to April 26th, and don't be surprised if a few of those guys have their names called during those 3 days. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back to Alive at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. The Kentucky State Police is launching Operation CARE, that's Crash Awareness Reduction Effort, that is running from March 8th until March 17th, 2025, to promote safe travel during the St. Patrick's Day and spring break. The national initiative aims to reduce traffic crashes and impaired driving. During this period, KSP will increase patrols and focus on traffic violations such as impaired or distracted driving, speeding, and seatbelt violations. Troopers will be positioned on Kentucky's highways to identify and stop unsafe driving behaviors. Kentucky State Police advises drivers to plan ahead by arranging designated drivers or alternate transportation if consuming alcohol. Always buckle up. Avoid distractions while driving and be cautious of pedestrians. Report any dangerous drivers to law enforcement. Thanks so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful afternoon. It's beautiful out there. I'll see you tomorrow live at 5.